What it do, man? It's your boy D Block coming straight out the cut. Right now, you tuned in to Crazy Conscious Content. The subject of the day is of our good brother Malcolm X, who was assassinated back in the day for popping like grease in the skillet. All praise to the Most High for keeping us solidified in our position and not letting us be overcame in the physical and the manners that was being implemented back then. So anyway, man, I got some good news, but I'm kind of upset at the intelligence community, the black community, whatever you want to cut it, however you want to shuffle the deck and cut it. It's all good, but the same anger applies to all around the board. You well, I ain't even gonna use brother polite because we all know that situation and he fugazi. A lot of them brothers been fugazi out the jump, but your red pills, your cyanida types. I mean, maybe they haven't jumped across this information yet, which I could see because it took me some digging, and then I miraculously stumbled up on it, and I'm like, whoa, why ain't this on the wide news? You know what I'm saying? Worldwide news, international news, global news. Ain't nobody speaking about this, and that kind of made me scratch my head. But then on the other hand, I was like, well, then again, if I wouldn't have been digging on the platform I was digging on, I would have never came across this information. So good luck comes in that they found out, or which we knew all along. Those of us who are in the deeper know, we ain't in the know, we in the deeper know. But we already acknowledged that and professed this, but they blamed it on a couple of the brothers from the Fruit of Islam to cover up their dirt, I guess. But it has now came out that the CIA and the police departments did have something to do with the assassination of Malcolm X. It was them hands down, and I'm gonna give you a glimpse of the information that I stumbled upon, this video that I stumbled upon. I don't own the rights to it. I don't own the content to it. I'm not sourced to license it out. I don't have the license for it. But what I will say is I'm using this for educational purposes to inform people of certain situations, for research, for critique, and all in between under the Fair Use Act. And that's gonna save me. But here we go. I'm gonna show you this video of what's really going on in the real world. What's going on in the real world? That's what my people used to say. The old school heads. They used to, what's up in the, what's going on in the real world? But this was really going on in the real world, and I'm really upset that your my sons, your Tamika Marys, etc., they ain't talking about this. Nobody who is of any type of merit is talking about it at all. Let's get into it though.
The assassination of Malcolm X, shot dead 56 years ago at the Audubon Ballroom in Harlem, February 21st, 1965. This comes undercover New York police officer Gene Roberts was also inside after infiltrating the security team of the Organization of Afro-American Unity, the group Malcolm founded after leaving the Nation of Islam. Both officers, Wood and Roberts, were part of the Bureau of Special Services and Investigations, or BOSSI, a secretive political intelligence unit of the NYPD nicknamed the Red Squad. Following
The Red Squad. See, they had secret undercover groups, undercover units operating. They still do today, the deep state. And it's deeper than the deep state because a lot of them, well, I ain't going to say a lot of them, that'll be a straight flat out lie. But a good handful of members of the deep state is known. Their names are known. You can get to these people and reach these people. If Kennedy can be touched, anybody can be touched. And the people that's really on the game, the people that really rock the show, that's not behind the curtain. Oh well, they nah, man. See, I be talking too fast that I stumble up on it. I stumble up on my words, but the ones that's really got it popping, them trillionaires, zillionaires, ultra elite, ultra, you know, they ain't even know where to really describe they tier. They the hottest of the hot. They be burning up and they ready to set it off. So let's turn it up. You don't know the names. They don't have no identity, social security cards, none of that. These people are off the books, operating off the books, and they so specialized in tactics and methods and operations that way past the CIA and your special forces. I mean, come on now, you really have spies, real life spies, American, Russian, and they do James Bond type of stuff. Well, let's continue on. We just letting that be known that they is groups out here operating under off the books and under certain names and bells and hid behind so many cloaks. It'll take something to get a hold of them, you know. So let's continue.
NYPD, unquote. Ray Wood's letter echoes claims in recent books by Manning Marable and Les Payne that some of Malcolm's actual assassins were never charged. In a moment, we'll be joined by Raymond Wood's cousin Reggie Wood, who released.
But instead of getting directly in back of the house and throwing it this way, they stood at a 45-degree angle and tossed it at the window, so it glanced and went onto the ground. And the fire hit the window, and it woke up my second oldest baby. But the fire burned on the outside of the house. But had that one gone through that window, it would have fallen on a 6-year-old girl, a 4-year-old girl, and a 2-year-old girl. And I'm going to tell you, if it had done it, I'd taken my rifle and gone after anybody in sight. I would not
Praise
wait.
the Lord.
And I say that because of this. The police know the criminal operation of the Black Muslim movement because they have thoroughly infiltrated it.
With Reggie Wood at the Audubon Ballroom, now the Shabazz Center, where Malcolm X was assassinated 56 years ago. Reggie, thank you so much for joining us. You read parts of.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. Ray was a complicated man. I think based on his past experiences, he lived with a lot of fear and caution on a daily basis, which he instilled in me over the past 10 years. But Ray was a person that lived as he lived as a very quiet and reserved person because of what he had experienced. He witnessed. Therefore, for 46 years, Ray separated himself from the family and in fear that he would put us in danger. Ray lived alone many years, and he finally, in his final years, when he realized that his cancer was reoccurring, he wanted to reconnect with family because he didn't want to die alone. So I volunteered to move him to Florida so that
preemptively act to silence him. He also feared retribution from society, especially the Black community. Ray was ashamed of what he'd been a part of and felt he'd betrayed his own people. Due to his lugubrious feelings about his actions and fear for what might be done to him in retaliation, this 2015 article deeply impacted Ray, and he's talking about this news coverage from February. He was talking about the article by Garrett Felber in The Guardian that really laid out your cousin's seminal
I was looking for the best way to put this information out there. I wasn't sure if it was safe to turn it over to a
Well, anyways, I'm not gonna go through the whole video